First and foremost, how was Saudi?
Amazing. I mean, incredible fight, incredible week, incredible night, and just pleased that we can come back to the UK and put on a hell of a fight, wedged in between that fight and obviously the 5v5 as well, and really important that we can put a flag in the sand for British boxing and showcase, a great night here in Leeds.
You're coming into this 1-0 down against Frank Warren. You've got Chev Clark on the card against Ellis Zorro. How do you feel that's going to go? You're going to go in there 1-0?
Yeah, I mean, we're the favourites, but we were the favourites in the Kakashi-Cordina fight, and that didn't go our way. So it's a tough fight for Chev. I think he's the favourite in the fight. I expect him to win, but Ellis Zorro can fight. I know he got stopped by Jai Pattaya, but this is a British title fight, and it's going to be a fantastic fight.
You're promoting Jack Catterall in this one. How do you see it going?
I think it's a very tough fight. I think it'll be a different kind of fight this time. You heard a little bit from Joe McAnally's comments and other people's comments that, I think he's going to start a lot faster, Josh Taylor. And Jack Catterall says he believes he's going to stop Josh Taylor within around 7 to 9. So I expect it to be a different kind of fight. If it does go to points, it's going to be very close. But, expecting to see a much better fight this time around.
Yeah, a lot of the narrative around this fight is around the weight of Josh Taylor, but heard a couple of rumblings with Jack, maybe a bit tight. You confident both men make 140 pounds?
I mean, I haven't been in camp with him, but he doesn't look tight at all. He looks nice and strong. He's never struggled at 140, so with the elongated camp, I don't expect that to be an issue at all. Josh looks, pretty close to the number as well, but it's always a mission for these guys to make 140. But I expect both guys to be on the numbers tomorrow.
You hate to condemn anyone to retirement, but would you agree it's difficult to see where the loser on Saturday night goes?
Yeah, I think that, when people talk about careers on the line, both guys could carry on fighting for 5 years, but not at the level they want to be at. And the loser of this fight will be a long way away from fighting for the World Championship and a long way away from fighting for World Championships. Or being in big fights. So I think the loser has a long way to go on Saturday night, and both know how important victory is.
Eddie, it's been a few days since you were in Riyadh for the fight of the year, really, Fury versus Usyk. What did you make of it, and do you see more of the same in the rematch? Is Usyk coming out top again?
Yeah, I thought it was a tremendous fight. I mean, I think everyone scored it a little bit differently. Like, I had Fury in control after 6 rounds. Not everyone did. And then obviously for me, Usyk dominated the fight on the back end. I thought it was an incredible performance. I thought both guys boxed very, very well. But obviously Usyk did that something special. The 9th round was thrilling. Could it have been stopped? Maybe, maybe not. But, for me, it was just a great spectacle of heavyweight boxing. A great example of the elite level of the sport and how great the sport can be. And I think both guys deserve a lot of credit. I said yesterday, we called them ha-ha merchants. Like, we sometimes enjoy seeing people get beat, where really we should be congratulating them and thanking them for putting up a great fight.
Josh talked about that UFC model where when the top fighters in the UFC lose, it's really not a big deal at all. And we want to see more of that in boxing. Say if it was more of the same next time and Usyk was to win, we don't want to see the door shut on Fury versus Joshua. Do you think that it would be shut or it wouldn't be?
No, I think that fight will always be there, but it's just the size of the fight and how that might change. I mean, if that fight's for undisputed, if Fury is to beat Usyk in a rematch and then fight Joshua, it's a massive fight. If Fury was to lose to Usyk in a rematch and fight Joshua, it's still a huge fight, just not quite as big. But I think you're right. I don't think we should worry about losing, and that's the same with Josh and Jack. Just go in there, give the crowd a great fight, and then if you do lose, you can be guaranteed another opportunity. And look at Tyson Fury. His stock hasn't really dropped in that fight. If anything, it's gone up, and he got beat.
And Joshua's trajectory, obviously, if Fury was to lose the rematch against Usyk, he'd have his heart set on the trilogy fight with Usyk, wouldn't you? Would you say that?
Yeah, he likes that fight. Ben Davison and those guys like the fight as well. But obviously commercially, Fury is a huge fight. But it's more about trying to capture the World Championship again. He wants to become a 3-time World Champion, and whoever's got the belt is willing to face.
Any sticking with Fury, obviously round 9 was disastrous for Tyson Fury. Seemed to get buzzed a couple of times earlier in the fight with Alexander Usyk as well. Seen a lot of people online saying his punch resistance might have left him. Do you agree with that, or is that slightly harsh?
I don't think it's left him, but I don't think it might be what it once was. I think that happens a lot when you've been in tough fights and you've been dropped and you get a little bit older as well. But they're heavyweights. For me, until that moment, it was a shot in the 8th round that bloodied his nose, but it was really the 9th where he was gone. And Usyk is not a massive puncher. He didn't really have AJ big trouble. More of a tiredness in the 12th round from AJ, but you know, he's not a massive puncher, but obviously he hit him clean on the jaw. It's more how he tires you out, you know, so he was making Fury think the whole fight, he's wearing him out, and as you get tired, your punch resistance probably won't be the same. So, but yeah, I think there's definitely an argument that he may not have the punch resistance he once did, but you know, these guys, big strong guys and punch hard.
Sticking with the potential AJ fight, is there a danger now we have sort of missed the boat on that? It's difficult to see it big and as big as it could have been.
No, not. I mean, if he wins the rematch, it's bigger than it's ever been. But you know, if he was to lose again, certainly it wouldn't be of the same magnitude.
Would the trilogy not be more likely if Fury was doing a rematch?
Possibly. Who knows? Anything's possible. Maybe there isn't even a rematch.
Eddie, just a quick one from myself. A fight of this magnitude, if there is a draw, where does that leave both fighters for you?
We don't want to see a draw, so don't start that. But I think if the fight goes 12 rounds, then it's going to be close. You know, there's no doubt about that. But you know, hopefully we get a clear winner on Saturday night, and one way or the other we can draw a line through it. Maybe there's a trilogy if it's an incredible fight. But let's see what happens Saturday.
And in regards to next week as well, 5v5, obviously you're captain Deontay Wilder. How's the relationship been with him leading up to the fight? Any WhatsApp messages, exchanges?
No, not really. I mean, obviously we caught up at the press conference, and I'm looking forward to seeing him on Monday.